Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are reviewing Young Electric's eflow foldable fat tire e-bike. I believe just by looking at it that it has a lot of good features. We're going to find out today, so let's get into it. Now, just by looking at this bike, I think that it is really good looking. Now, it does come to you as a Class 3 e-bike, so it should take us up to speeds to 28 miles an hour via the thumb throttle here on your left, your cadence sensor, and your 5 levels of pedal assist. This bike weighs 85 pounds, but has a payload capacity of 330 pounds. Currently, this bike is on sale for $15.99, but if you use my discount code, they will throw in this foldable bike lock for free. The brand is called Z-Lock, and these are the type of locks that I use on all of my bikes because how easy they mount to the bike. As you can see, this just has a strap. You just pull it out, and you can connect it right here where your water bottle cage normally is. Put it back in, just clip it, and you're good to go. This bike only comes in a step-through version that you see here, and it's good for riders who are 5 foot to 6'7". It does come in 2 colors. You have this radio orange here, or you can also get it in a denim blue. Young Electric does say that the eflow will go up to 90 miles per battery charge, but a lot of things depend on that. Rider height, terrain, how much pedal assist that you use. Either way, I'm going to put it through its worst case scenario today to see how it does. The eflow uses a Bafang Pseudo 750 watt rear hub motor. It has 1,180 watts of peak power and a max torque of 88 Newton meters. It has a Shimano 7-speed transmission along with an Altus derailleur and the Shimano 7-speed trigger system. One of the things that I noticed was the size of this chainring. It has 52 teeth. Because of that, that should help us with any kind of ghost pedaling that we might have with this bike. For stopping power, the eflow uses the Logan 2-piston hydraulic brake system with 180 millimeter rotors. The front fork is hydraulic and has 60 millimeters of travel. You can adjust the preload and lock them out. I like the rims on this bike. They have 6 spokes, they're mag wheels. It's sitting on 20 by 4 inch Chaoyang tires. They have this really nice street pattern on them and they're puncture resistant. The battery is 48 volts, it's got 20 amp hours with it, and 960 watt hours of power. It does come with a 3 amp charger, which means you can charge this bike up in about 6 to 7 hours. You can do it by using this charging port right down here to charge the battery while it's in the bike, or you can remove the battery with this lock right here and charge it indoors. So we're just gonna go ahead, put this in here, give her a quick turn, the battery comes right out. Put it back in, we're gonna just put it in there, pull the key out after you turn it and lock it, and you're good to go. Unfolded, this bike is 69 inches long. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna break it down. It's gonna be very simple. There's a little tab right here. You're gonna lift up on it, pull this out, and the stem collapses. From there, there is a lever on your left-hand side. You're gonna push down on it, click, and then we're just gonna spin this bike onto itself. When folded, this bike is 35 inches long by 36 inches tall. You can make it shorter by dropping it off the center kickstand. In this folded position, it is 24 inches wide. Let's talk about the size and fit. As we pull this up, it has numbers here on the back. This is showing that it's at its highest position right here. This is also telescopic, so you can lift this up. It also has a max and minimum level right here as well. That is the highest level that you could have this bike on. I'm 5'9". As you can tell, that is way too high for me, but for those 6'7" riders, well, looks like it's going to work out. According to the indicators on both of this, the seat and that, this is the lowest positioning that you can have. I'm 5'9", so let's sit on this thing and see how 5'9" is. Ooh, I think I'm good. I might be leaving it at this position. These are the absolute lowest positions that you can have on the seat and the stem. I do like the fact that these are numbered on the seat and the stem so that you can figure it out if you end up making any adjustments on what the right one is for you. So if you share it with somebody else, you'll be able to remember your numbers to put it back into the same position that it was for you. Additional features include you have plastic fenders, you have plastic pedals that are foldable. It does have a center kickstand, this beefy rear rack, quick release post, a Cell Royale seat. Not a huge fan of those, but we're going to see how this one does on this review, and the ability to turn your handlebars to make sure that they fit you correctly as you're able to lift them up and down. Cockpit Operations. On your left-hand side, you have a single locking medium rubber feeling grip with the palm rest. I'm a huge fan of those. Front brake lever goes right here. This is your throttle, and here is your display. To turn the bike on, we're just going to hold this orange button down here at the bottom. The display will come up. This red section right here shows your pedal assist level, your speed, how many miles you put on the bike, and your battery level. You have 3 buttons. You have a plus, minus, and an M button. The plus buttons are going to take you through your pedal assist levels. The minus button will take you back down to 0. The M button, every time you push it, it's going to show you different things like here's your average speed, max speed, trip mileage, and odometer mileage. The bike does have a walk feature. You just got to put it into pedal assist at level 0, hit the minus button, hold it. You're going to see an indicator pop up on the screen, and the back tire starts turning. To reset your trip mileage, you're going to hold down the M button. It's going to flash up with this. It's going to hit the minus, hit it again, and it clears it out. To turn on your headlight, you're just going to hold the plus button. You'll see the indicator on your screen as it dims, and the headlight comes on. To turn off the headlight, you're just going to hold the plus button again, and we're back to our normal screen. Turn the bike off, just hit the orange button, and the display and bike turn off. The rear tail light is not integrated into the bike. It's battery operated. There's a button right behind here. When you push that, it lights up. Turn it off, you hit the button again. On your right-hand side, you have another grip. You have your rear brake lever right here, and this is your 7-speed trigger shifter. Clicking this takes it down in gear, and then you can use your index finger and put it up in gear. The bike also comes with a bell. If you want to adjust your handlebar positioning, you're just going to lift this up, move it to the angle that you want, and clip it back down. Now it's time for my favorite part of the review. That's where I'm going to take this bike out, test it on the road, see how it does. I'm going to throw some safety accessories on here first, and then we're going to head on out. We are riding this bike in pedal assist level 0. That means it's not providing us any assist, and we are cruising about 10 miles an hour. It's a pretty easy ride. I think these tires help. Oh, yeah, in gear 4. Oh, now this thing's super easy to ride, which is good. I know these tires help for sure. Now we're going to check our pedal assist levels. Right now, we are in pedal assist level 1. We're cruising about 10 miles an hour. And so let's go ahead and see how it works for pedal assist level 2. What a beautiful day it is here in Chicago. The high today is supposed to be about 69 degrees, which it is still winter here in Chicago. So we like to call this a false spring. Then we're going to have a couple of days where the weather's in the 60s, and then it's going to drop back down to the 30s. In pedal assist level 2, we're cruising at 14 miles an hour. Let's try pedal assist number 3. Oh, I felt a pretty good kickoff right there. Let's climb up in some gears. And we're doing 17 miles an hour in pedal assist level 3. Let's try 4. We are cruising 20 miles an hour. Let's try pedal assist level 5. You can comfortably cruise at 23 miles an hour in pedal assist number 5. With the size of this chain ring, there is no ghost pedaling, which I didn't figure there would be with this 52 tooth chain ring, because most of the other bikes have 44 to 48. Although with that said, we weren't able to go as fast as I thought we would be able to. Now let's go ahead and find out if the throttle is connected to the different pedal assist levels. We're in pedal assist 1, throttle only. I mean, it pushed off pretty strong, so I have a feeling that, yeah, we're already climbing up to 20 miles an hour. It doesn't matter what pedal assist level you're in, if you use the throttle, you can achieve 20 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and check out the speedometer to see how correct it is. Right now it's showing that we're doing 20 miles an hour, but the speedometer is showing that we're doing 19. So it looks like we're off by 1 mile. All right, let's go ahead and do a speed test and see how long it takes us to go from 0 to 23 using pedal assist only. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I do have it in pedal assist number 5. We're cranking. Oh, that didn't take long at all. Now let's go ahead and see how long it takes us to go from 0 to 20 using throttle only. This bike takes off quickly, so it's a little bit aggressive. I like it. Boom. That was like a couple seconds quicker than using pedal assist, so that kind of gives you an idea on how powerful they have this motor set up. Now let's see how quick I can get it from 0 to 23 miles an hour. That's top speed, using everything. Throttle, pedal assist, all that good stuff. Let's go. Kick it up a couple gears. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Almost the same amount of time it takes you just doing it by using only throttle. I don't think I bed these brakes. Oh no. They might be a little noisy during the review, but they feel good. Now I can already tell that these tires are going to be excellent for today's ride. These grips are gonna really be helpful as well. Once again, we'll have to figure out if I'm gonna like the seat, but we'll know that towards the end. But right now, this bike handles very well. I think I'm gonna like this one today. Although I have noticed that we've already dropped a battery level on here, so that's probably one of the things that I'm not gonna be a fan of. It doesn't show me the percentages. It doesn't show me the volts that we're putting out, so it's going to make it more difficult for me to judge how much battery power I have when it comes to making it back. The orange paint job on this bike is just glowing. Looks great in the sunlight. You know, when it comes to locks that I use to lock up my bikes, having these folding locks are like super efficient. And the fact that they throw this one in with this bike, I think that's a great deal because we're going to be trying it out here in a little bit. I always stop off for lunch when I do these reviews and I'll lock her up and I'll see how easy this was because they have them in different sizes. They have like a longer one, a shorter one, and I don't know which one this one is yet, so we'll figure that out here in a few. All right, it's time to do our off-road portion. This is where we start hearing if there's any noises coming from this bike. Oh, this thing feels great off-road. Comes the jump off the curb. Oh, we made a little noise, but everything felt solid. When you have a cadence sensor, all you have to do is just move your legs, and whatever pedal assist level you're in, that's the speed it's going to go. Right now we're in pedal assist 5. Whoa, we're doing 25 miles an hour. That's funny because when I was on the 606, the fastest we could go was 23 miles an hour. But now on this road, well, now we're back to 23. All right, guys, it is time for the hill climb test. I have it in pedal assist level 1. We're going to put on the throttle. We're going to go. I mean, I can tell this thing's pretty punchy, so I should have no issues making it up this hill. And I don't. I mean, we're moving right on up. Cruising about 7 miles an hour. Not the fastest one, but I don't feel like we're slowing down any. So this thing is pretty torquey. I bet it's just going to do really well when we do the pedal assist test going up the hill. All right, now we're going to put it in pedal assist level 5. And we're going to shoot up this hill and see how easy it is. Yep. Pedal assist kicked in almost automatically. And yeah, I'm just making it up this hill effortlessly as I knew I would. These Bafang motors, yeah, they're always strong. Let's go ahead and do a mileage check now. It is showing on the display that we've gone 9.5 miles. Strava shows that we've gone 9.11. And according to this, we're down to 3 bars out of 5. So that would put us at 60%. Let's go ahead and see how well this lock works. Stop in here for lunch. So we're going to lock the bike up. Comes off easy enough. And then you're going to put your key in here. Has the Z logo on it. Makes it easy to find. We're going to open that up. Comes out one side or the other, I'm not sure. There we go. This thing makes it easy. We stopped for about 20 minutes for lunch. I want to see when we turn this on if it still shows that we have 6 bars, because some of them, and see now we're back to 4. Some of these displays show that you have 1 voltage level, and then once the bike rests for a little bit, it comes back and it shows the true amount since no pressure or power is going towards the battery. So right now, it's showing that we're back up to 80% battery power. So let's put some miles on this bike. We are out on Lakeshore Trail here in Chicago. This is a trail I always like to take my bikes on. Man, it is super windy. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me today. Yeah, look at that view. Now, I have to tell you that the gearing on this bike is probably one of the best that I have ridden when it comes to, well, it is the best that I've ridden when it comes to the foldable bikes. This thing is just geared perfectly, which makes it to where you just want to ride it because everything just works out so well. Now, there are a couple of things that I would upgrade that I can already tell. I mean, we're, 13 miles into it, and I had a feeling this seat was going to be too hard, and it is, but that's also, that's an individual thing. Just because it's too hard for me doesn't mean it would be too hard for you. So for me, switching out the seats would be the thing to do. Now, I might be wrong on the top speed of this bike because on the route to get here, I've had this thing doing about 24 to 25 miles an hour, at some point 26. But as you can see, just normal pedaling, just cruising along, we're still at 23. But this bike will go faster than 23 miles an hour. We have already dropped down to 2 batteries, and that is concerning. I mean, I am going as fast as I can for as long as I can when I'm riding. But with a battery this size, pushing it the way that I am, I was hoping to get more mileage out of it. But once again, that could just be the display. Unfortunately, there's no other way I can tell. Are down to 2 bars. The display showing we've gone 17.1 miles. Strava showing we've gone 16.76. I'm wondering how far I can go before I have to turn around. I'm used to bikes with batteries this size. I should be able to get about 30 miles out of this bike, but this display kind of has me a little bit concerned. Either way, by the end of this review, we'll know how far we can go. We are going to do a brake check. I got this thing, I want to make sure I take it up all the way. Let's go as fast as she can go. 23, 24, somewhere around there. Oh man, she doesn't squeal or nothing. 26 feet. Man, this thing felt great stopping. These Logan brakes work really well. Plus these tires. I mean, I really like these tires. Round 2 going again, fighting the wind. 26 again. All right. We're down to these last 2 bars. We're gonna start heading towards home, and then we'll see if we can find some sand to play in on the way back. We just dropped down to 1 bar. We still got a ways to go, but there's a beach right over there. We're gonna go ahead and do the sand test, and then head on home. Here we are at the beach to do the sand test. Let's go ahead and see how it does. Oh, let's go ahead and put it in pedal assist number 5. Oh, wait, we don't, yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll leave it in there. All right, I'm expecting good things from these tires because they are so comfortable to ride. Oh yeah, we're just cruising right across the sand. Oh yes, I knew these tires would be great. All right, let's see if we can make the turn. Let's go ahead and add the throttle. Oh, see, yeah, we're making a sharper turn, but she's still getting in there. I mean, we're on, oh, there it is. Oh, but she still wants to go. I got the throttle going. Oh, now we're losing it. Like, it can get you on the beach, but I started losing it once I started making those turns. But I think overall, if you just, take those turns easy, you'll be good. But I knew those tires would be good on the beach. I went ahead and kicked it back into pedal assist level 3 until we get closer to the house, and then we'll kick it back up into 5, and we'll see how she starts doing. But I mean, so far, if we're truly at 20%, well, we haven't noticed any, like there's no pulsing or surging or cutting off of power or anything like that. I mean, I could tell that this bike was going to be solid and well built when actually when I was putting it together, I had a feeling that this thing was going to be doing decent. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is this display. So hopefully when they come out with like version 2, they come with a display that maybe shows at least voltage or, battery percentage, because I think that would really help riders and people who end up getting this bike. Well, this traffic is insane right here. And we went from 1 battery not too long ago to now it's all dropped down to 0. We're flashing. I don't have any power going to this bike. And we're still a good 5-6 miles from the house. Let's go ahead and kick down some gears. Get out of this area. But this is a mess. This is why I'd rather take a bike through the city of Chicago. If not, you're going to be stuck in traffic forever. Woo. I'm going to cut in front. Thank you. I can tell you right now, this battery's dead. So Strava says we've gone 25.47 miles. This is showing 26. This battery's dead and not providing any assistance. But I still got a ways to make it home. I'll do that, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. It is time for my final thoughts. If I sound tired, no, that's because I am. I definitely got a workout today, but I have to tell you that this bike did ride relatively well. I mean, one of the better ones without power. I was in gear 2, and because this way this thing is geared up, I was comfortably riding at 11 miles an hour for 4 to 5 miles to get back here without power. Now, I don't actually remember how far I went when it ran out, but I'm going to put it right here because I know I showed you that earlier in the video. And let's talk about the pros and cons. This display and the battery management. Okay, the display itself is fine, but when it comes to, somebody wanting to know how far they can go with this battery, it'd be better if it had something like a percentage or even showed the wattage that we could come through. That would have been great. This seat, super hard, but for the amount that I was on it, it was doable. And that's a personal thing. Okay, like, I mean, some people might like this seat. I always have an issue with the Cell Royale seats. but that's just me. Besides that, I think if you just threw like a different seat and a suspension seat post on here, you would be golden. This bike rode super well, I thought. I love the tires, right? Those work really well. I had fun on the beach with those. And once again, I have to mention the gearing. This was probably one of the best geared bikes that I have ridden, especially when it comes to a foldable bike. The grips work fine. The brakes are awesome. Once again, love the tires. Now, if you are interested in this bike, I would go ahead and check out my description down below. I'm going to put a link there. Also, I have that discount code and you get this free lock. Now, with this lock, what you're going to do is if you decide to buy this bike, go ahead and put the lock into the basket. And once you put my code in there, it's going to take away the cost of that lock. Another thing I wish this bike would have is a spot to put a front rack on it and like an actual basket for the back. If it had those things, I would probably replace the current utility bike that I'm using. I like it that well that if it did have those things, that's probably what I would be doing with this bike. Now, also, if you are interested in any of the like the bags or the mirrors or the light that I have on the bike or the helmet that I was using, well, that'll also be down in the description below. Well, that's it. That is my review on Young Electric's eflow. I want to thank you for watching. And until I see you again, enjoy the ride.